We're playing Modern Mill with a twist. One of the biggest, most playable memes in the Modern Mill deck is actually Haunting Echoes. Black and 3. It says exile all cards from target player's graveyard other than basic land cards. For each card exiled this way, search that player's library for all cards of the same name as that card and exile them. Then that player shuffles. So this is essentially a mega surgical. The key difference here being that it's like Extirpate where you're forced to exile those cards. And then also you don't actually get to look at your opponent's hand. So there are some differences, but based on a Modern Mill deck where over time, by the time you cast this, they probably have at least 30 cards in their graveyard, 20 plus a bare minimum. And so you're going to be able to wipe out, if not their whole deck, pretty much just lock out the game from there if you're able to successfully control the game. There are situations where we get to cast it. There's situations where it may or may not be successful if we had it in our hand. Regardless, Haunting Echoes is a very fun Magic card. And let me know what you think of the deck list down below. We did kind of try and go up on a glimpse here, but I'm thinking if we revisited this list, I would make some changes to it. Maybe some more Preordains for a little bit more selection, maybe over the Visions of Beyond, because this is the type of deck that really does want its mana turn after turn to especially be able to just cast a 5 mana sorcery. Regardless of what it is, we had a very great lead. We even come up against the mirror. Let me know what you think about Haunting Echoes in Modern. Going first in this fantastic deck, we're gonna keep this. Oh, this isn't a good keep. So we're gonna actually run this out. I'm gonna start off on Misty and pass. We're not going to play the crab first because we can't guarantee play the glimpse. What we're going to do is we are going to bring in our tapped land and then take it from there. Bring in our surveil land. Take it from there. Lotus Bloom. Okay. All right. Okay, so we're gonna need a little bit of finesse with this one. We might be a little slow. Here. Oh well. Let's put the visions away. Because if not with the visions, then we're just gonna throw this sucker out, right? And then we're gonna pass the turn from there. We got a Goblin Charbelcher in there. The problem is, folks, we do not have surgical in the main in this deck. We are in a poo-poo caca situation right now. We need lands. Oh, I will take that. Honestly, I will take that. I will take that all day. We will take this. Right, we will grab an island. So we set them back just a little bit here. There's something to be said about grabbing a swamp here to, you know, fatal push like maybe a Thunder Trap Trainer or something. But regardless, that Lotus is coming down next turn, so anything that we can do to stop any of that is what we want to do. So if we find another land, I can double spell. Perfect. Oh my god. So good. I think I'm just going to counter two things here. I think it's better just to have the double counter up. I think countering the Lotus Bloom and confirming that gets countered is very important here. Again, especially since we don't have surgicals and or spell pierces in this deck, I think countering this is going to be very important. This is on a stack. You are going to cast it. Perfect. Counter it. That's the plan. Okay, perfect. So that stops some of that ramp, which is important. Okay, so they don't have blue. If you think about like tutors and stuff, which is important. We are going to counter that as well. We're going to counter that as well. Should you have a shoal to pitch? The 3 converted mana cost card. Okay, so we're slowing them down a fair amount, but let's see how far that takes us. Field of Ruin would be like our best draw here. Like actually Field of Ruin would be our best draw. Then I can just like, Okay, double glimpse isn't bad. I will take double glimpse. Because that also means like if I mill them out enough, they also just don't have enough cards to reveal off of a Belcher. Right now, they probably have a Belcher in hand, if I gotta be honest. I build like almost nothing. Unironically, I build like nothing here. All right, Tameshi. Yup. That's the unfortunate part. Okay. So if they have Lebelchi. Yep. So really it's just like, do they have it? That's all. If they have a Belcher in hand, there's nothing I could have done here. Yeah, they have a Belcher in hand, there's nothing I could have done, so. Oh well. Let's see, so you got 5, yup. So you pay that, you pay the 1, return that. So now you got 7 proper, right? I have no way to counter it, so now you got 7 proper. Show me the Belcher. That's all I wanted to see. Just show me the Belcher. Show me Big Belch. Show me Big Belch. Okay, yeah. So all your lands are returned. You're going all in on this, so I'm assuming the Belcher is there. Unfortunately, I was not able to mill them out enough. 15 cards left. Opponent was able to meme me out. Alas, that's okay. 15 cards to reveal. The little Sag. We almost got there. Regardless, though, take out Visions. We can take out Crypt. Bring in the 3 Surgicals. Tasha's Hideous Laughter actually is kind of bad. Could actually play Consign. It does mean something. Fatal Push, not completely relevant, so we'll just bring in the Consigns. Murderous Cut. What if they're playing like Tezzeret or something? Then the Feed the Cycle is technically better. Like I feel like that's fine. We're not super prepared. We're not super prepared. But now actually like with Surgicals, it's a little bit better. So it's a little bit better. Yeah, this is fine. If I can find my 3rd land, this is actually amazing. So they're gonna be going like draw go for a minute anyway. Haunting Echoes on the top end. We just need to find another land. And that honestly just could be Famous Last Words. I would love to get the Haunting Echoes off. I just don't think this will resolve in this matchup, but you still play it. But let's see what happens. Opponent mulligans once. We shall keep. No ley line to speak of. We'll do this. There's no turn 1 play from them. They brought in, oh my god, they brought in 9 cards straight. Perfect. I like that. We found our other land. That's important. Found our other land. They just brought in 9 cards. All right, fair enough. So they're not going to be searching anytime soon. Okay. All right. Lotus Bloom, sure. Play a Cephalid Coliseum and we pass. Okay. No way. Oh, you're lying. Oh, you're lying. You're telling fibs. You're telling fibs. This ain't it. That is not. Oh, you're lying. Okay, well, I'm gonna go to your upkeep and do this. I'm going to your upkeep and doing this. You're actually lying. Okay, so let's do this. I'm losing a life off this. Okay, let's do that. Let's do an island. What if I want to fatal push something? I doubt I will, honestly. At this point, I doubt I will. So we'll just grab an island. So you got your 1 blue. I will happily go to your draw, and then I will archive trap you. Let's try and find a goblin Charbelcher. Let's go. Charbelchy. What do we got? Charbelchy Belchy. Shoal? Okay. Surgical in response again. Let me see. Do you have another shoal pitch? You're lying if you have another shoal pitch. Nice. All right, we got there. Let's go. All right. Gotta love the combo matchups, right? It's literally that simple. But all right. Let's see. Let's see where we end up with this one. This one has to be a mulligan. This one's a mulligan too. If we had a blue land that was keepable. Wow, these hands are bad. Okay, I'm gonna try this one. Go drop. Very, very picky here, but I'm gonna try it. So we're gonna do this. I'm on the draw. I get to Preordain at least, I will say. If I can just find some lands, that'd be great. Opponent just brings in less cards, I see. Well, that's nice. So I'm gonna do this, try and find a Field of Ruin. That's my goal here. Just try and find a Field of Ruin. Bottom. Okay, that's not a Field of Ruin, but I mean, I can consign. There's no Lotus going on the stack right now, but I can consign a thing. And like, if they go for the search, so if they go blue X search for thing, like that is a thing they could do. I could archive trap at that point, you know. Yeah, very possible here, very possible. So let's just keep our wits about us. It's possible they search. Odds aren't great, but let's see. Okay, interesting. Yep. Okay, nothing coming about too, so far. Undercity Sewers. I can replicate anyway. I don't need that right now. Trying to find Field of Ruin. Oh. I can't go tapped out here. I can't tap out here. I can't go tapped out here. They are not going to be searching with these colors. Maybe I needed the second consign. I don't know. Okay, a lot of white. Falagi's chill. Okay. Wonder what they pick here. Probably have like a very interactive heavy hand, so I definitely like Drawy Disruption. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things now where I want to make sure I can replicate Consign to Memory a little bit. I want to make sure I can do that. I'm losing life off of hitting that, but let's see. Draw a card. Okay, all right. Let's get another fetch in there. Because what I can do there is, like, if I consign here, there's a world where I fetch into island, put 6 card into my graveyard, consign to memory, put 7th, Cephalid Coliseum myself, try and dig deep for that Field of Ruin. If I can Field of Ruin, get off a bunch of archive traps, very possible I can get there. Very possible. We know they have the Drawy Disruption. Interesting that they chose the Soporific Springs. So let's see here. Okay. Nothing from the opponent. Okay, let's do this. Thin out the deck as much as possible here. Haunting Echoes is really funny. Just not a card I want to cast right now. Okay. All right. Could be a game-winning card. Could be a game-winning card. Okay, we have some end step actions right now. Potentially some searching. Okay, I like that. Okay, so we get a whir off here. Okay, so you searched, you're getting this. You're getting hit with this. You're getting hit with this. Getting hit with that. Okay, you're getting hit with this. You're getting hit with this. You're getting hit with this. That's why, like, 6 cards left in deck. Your Belcher's not even lethal. Your Belcher ain't even lethal. You play Belcher here, it does nothing. We will... Hold on. Consign with Replicate. We can replicate 3 times. We can replicate 2 times. So 1, 2, 3. Just make it a little hard, because at the end of the day, like, the Belcher is still like a win condition, right? Like, it can still, you know, activate a couple of times and get there. So that is important. So now at this point, if I'm not wrong, the correct thing is actually just to do this, to Cephalid you, to make you draw 3 cards. Right? So actually make you draw 3, discard 3. Yeah, and then you draw 1 at the end. Okay, we didn't need the Haunting Echoes. We were able to meme out the thing matchup, and sometimes that's how unfortunate and one-sided it can be. Let's go to game 2. Coming off of that win, let's see where we can take this. We're going to keep this a little bit of variety here. If this is more of an aggressive deck, maybe something like Prowess. Pollution for... Oh, great. Okay, I mean, Fatal Push is going to matter here, I will say. I shouldn't be too upset. I think I can afford to play the Undercity tapped here. I don't think there's a way they go off on turn 2. Yo, funny enough, I'm going to put that on top of my library. I do technically have 4 lands. So. Okay, Eldrazi Temple. Okay. So that is ideally the thing that I want to be destroying here. So I think I'm going to go for it. Grab a Watery Grave tapped and Fatal Push this. Okay. Try and see if we can get more cards in there. Unfortunately, I just have like Tasha's right now, which isn't the best thing in the world. Okay, eventually they will tutor. Okay, another Flesh Raker. That's a scary thing. That's a scary thing. We can equip for 1. Okay, that does make me feel a little bit better. Okay, let's play that. And we will sink into Stupor, maybe the thing that they play. I kind of don't want to, though. Like, next turn... I feel like maybe I should have shell. I don't know. It's hard. Like, they tutor Archive Trap. I might be able to pull off like a Haunting Echoes the turn after, but I have to quote unquote get to that turn after. So that's the hard call. They play a Polluted Forest. They equip for 1. Probably just go in with some combat. So whenever you cast a colorless, or you cast, create an 0/1, put a 1/1. Yeah. Okay. I think what we want to do is I want to cast this on the Flesh Raker now. Cast this on the Flesh Raker now. Okay. Play Shelldock Isle. A little unfortunate. My best draw would literally just be a land here. My best draw would literally just be a land, because if I can get off Haunting Echoes, it's game winning. It's game ending. A Haunting Echoes is game ending here. Yeah, you create thing, that's fine. That's chill. If they go for the combat plan again, oh, if I can draw land here, that's the ideal. That's the ideal. I just couldn't risk it. Like if they have it off the top deck, you can't risk it. Yeah, Vexing Bauble is a good pick. That's fair. Because that means my Archive Trap gets countered. Fair enough. Also means my Fractured, my Shelldock doesn't work. My Shelldock doesn't work. They could pretty much just have lethal next turn. I mean, they do. Not even pretty much, they do. Okay, so yeah, I wasn't able to. If I was able to get off the Archive Trap, I think I was in a better spot, but that's a little unfortunate. Like we could, unfortunately, we can't do anything else. Like we could meme and just play this. Like it's kind of funny, but you know, it kind of shows my hand. But the Vexing Bauble is unfortunately really good. So good. I mean, good call on them for having that like in the main board or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this isn't going to go too deep. If I had the Archive Trap off, this would have been amazing. Pretty sure this would have just gotten pretty much everything here. So you just take everything. Yeah, I would have gotten probably a Broodscale, like just anything I could get like a one of here. It's just kind of funny. Everything gets exiled. Yeah, that's it. So unfortunately, that's all I can do. They coming at me for 12 damage. I'm at 11. You know. So this isn't a Tasha's matchup. It technically isn't even really a Crypt matchup, but you know. Let's drop the 2 visions. Definitely Consign to memory though. I don't know if Haunting Echoes is it or more so just Surgical Extraction, but Murderous Cut I think is fine. Fatal Push is fine. Could I play? I could play it for value. There's something to be said about Crypt Incursion. There is something to be said. Drop a Drown maybe. Drop. Keep the Glimpse. I'm almost out of mill spells, so I have to be careful. Yeah, Haunting Echoes is just too late, so we're just gonna bring in 2, 3. Probably Feed the Cycle. Drop. I don't even know. Drop not a Hedron Crab. Drop 1 Preordain for another Crypt. And just, I guess if we run Meathook, actually, whenever a creature each opponent loses 1 life, that does limit it for them. Yeah, yeah, whenever creature you gain 1 life. So it does stop that from being a win condition. Actually, Meathook Massacre actually is kind of good. Hold on. Meathook Massacre actually might actually be the tech here. Yeah, Meathook Massacre might actually be the tech. In this case, we don't need the Sink because my converted mana cost isn't that high. So we'll just bring the Drown back in and just submit it like that. 1 Crypt is fine. Meathook, I think, is the tech. Okay. So we're on the play. Against this deck, we can actually pretty reasonably play out a Hedron Crab on turn 1. They could have Dismember, but let's see. And then after that, we can just continue to hold up like Consign to memory. Put them also 5. No Surgical, but Field of Ruin will mean something against like an Eldrazi Temple, Cavern of Souls type of deck. Let's do that and play this. Pass from there. Like I definitely just want to get tap line with my Misty Rainforest if I can, you know, do so. Okay, Blade, go figure. Just want to take the combo piece, baby. That's it. Let's do this. And then let's do an Undercity Sewers. Let's get the mill going. Yes, 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 yes. Let's do that now. Before they get off like a Saga into a, you know, into a Bauble to counter me. Okay, opponent. Opponent. Glaring Fleshraker enters the zone. What do we do here? Play the card Pollution. That's fine. So at this point, we are just going to aggressively Field of Ruin. Right? That is definitely the goal. Do some damage to you. I guess this one. Hold on. No, I guess the untapped one is the correct one, technically speaking. Definitely Island for the Consign. Okay, we will do this for you. We will pass the turn from there. After that, we go Shelldock Isle. Not even Shelldock Isle. Well, no, Shelldock Isle. If there is a reasonable card under there, then I'm going to be under 20. So they could just end up being a win condition. Let's do this. Yeah, it could just end up being a win condition. So let's see. Shelldock Isle. Let's see what I can put under here. Archive Trap is pretty reasonable. Let's cast this. Okay, so Trap is lethal next turn. They draw to 13. Pretty simple cut and dry type of game. Very different when they're not able to get off like Urza Saga and stuff, right? So okay, Writhing Chrysalis looks like the card here. Yep, baby, yep. Go back to our turn. I mean, you're at thing, so we just cast this card. Archive Trap for 13 exactly, and yo, that's all she wrote, or whatever the saying is, and I think that's it. So we just, I don't think we changed it up anyway. We were able to just kind of mill out our opponent, which is fine. Meathook Massacre. I think Meathook Massacre is fine. I have a Consign too, so I can just play that out. I'll keep this. So they brought in 6 cards. They only mulligan once. You're killing me. All right, maybe I can stop the turn 2. Okay, I can counter the Basking Broodscale. Okay, let's do that. We will continue to hold up the Consign. Any combo piece we can counter is a win, so any combo piece we can counter is a win. 4 cards enter. What are we taking? They choose the Saga. Okay. They'll search eventually, but it will lead to thing here. Yeah, we'll have to do this. They will have to pass. No place for now. Okay, let's do that. Glaring Fleshraker. We will counter with this. And then we will Fatal Push the... Oh. Okay, so they played this. Interesting. They're not playing the Broodscale. I guess because they don't have the combos, so why bother? This actually like pissed me off. Okay, so I can counter the last triggered ability on the Consign anyway. Oh my god. Why? I'm not drawing my lands. Okay, go to second triggered ability. Yep. So we can counter the search trigger, which is important. Oh god. 2. Okay, coming in for 1. Yup. Yikes. Okay. I'm gonna have to drop the my god. I'm gonna have to drop the, I don't know. Yup. It's gonna be drop the Glimpse. Meathook Massacre could actually be good here if I can make it big enough. Okay. Search your library for an artifact card. I kind of want to get off this archive trap, but makes everything else like really annoying. I think I'm supposed to counter this. Actually. Save me on some damage too. Please just draw land. Please just draw land. Thank you. We're gonna make a thing, just deal more damage. Nope. I'm actually getting schmexed right now. All right. You make a token off the thing. Yup. Getting hit for 9 here is not fun. Actually, not even 9. I'm getting hit for 12. I don't even think I can win at this point. That's so sad. I don't even think I can get there. I fatal push something. Oh Lord, that was a little unfortunate. If we could have found our land a little bit sooner, we could have at least started playing the crabs. We would have had the crabs as blockers, but it's so hard to tell against a matchup like that. So let's go to game 3. Going first is the best thing we can do. Nope, that is a 1-lander, baby. There was a land in there. Yeah, we'll drop the Otawara. Okay. No way to enable the Haunting Echoes here, but let's play the Polluted Delta. And pass. If we need a fetch shock, we will. Otherwise, we bring in our Surveil land. We have a little bit of everything. Like the top end is the Haunting Echoes. If the matchup is more aggressive, like something like Prowess, we can just throw out a Tasha's. Instead of like hitting Field of Ruin or whatever. If it's a 3-color deck, then Field of Ruin is good. Okay. Looks like this fatal push might be decent. Might be decent. But they had, I don't even know. Let's do this. Let's go past here. Let's play Watery Grave tapped. Pass from there. I think we are just going to throw out a Tasha's. I think that is generally the good plan. Flooded Strand. Let's see if they are... Okay, no turn to play. Ooh, that does change something for me. But let's see. I think I want to increase the chance of me drawing a land next turn. So I'd rather just Tasha's. I can Field of Ruin the turn after. And I mean, they're going to fetch anyway, right? So... it's not completely necessary right now. Okay. Let's see what they can get off. So we want to do this. So this could get out a fair amount of lands out of their deck, and maybe then the Tasha's means something. Tasha only exiles 14. I mean, pretty on rate. So that's fine. On rate is not what we want against energy, and that's okay. Okay, so that's a Field of Ruin target if I ever seen one. Because they will definitely be getting that out the turn after. But I need that not out with haste. Yup, you coming at me for 1. I can't even use that. That's so unfortunate. Oh well. Let's do that. Let's do this. We have our double black, so that's fine. Let's try and draw a card here. Okay, maybe this will incentivize another card out of their hand into the graveyard, like a removal spell. Like we haven't incentivized a thing like a Galvanic. They already have a Galvanic in there, but that's fine. I actually didn't even notice, but they didn't even have a basic to search for. So that's got to mean something. All right, okay, Galvanic in there. Okay, land top deck is literally the nuts here. That is the only way we win this, I think. Okay, not the only way, but okay, let's pass. Not the only way we win this. It's a little unfortunate because yeah, okay. So the Flage is going to come out. It all depends on what they exile here. But we can counter it. So unfortunately, based on what they exile, this could like mean a lot for my Haunting Echoes. So let's see. Okay. So we're going to cast to counter that. That also means that's top down. If I can just get a land, please. If I could just get a land. course, of course, of course, of course. Please don't have another land. Please don't have another land. Please, no. Oh, do they not have another fetchable? They don't. Okay, okay, okay. Woo, woo. Okay, okay, we're safe. We're safe. We're safe for another turn. We're safe for another turn. Okay. Take 8, you sack that, bring me to 7, attack. Yep, 6. Okay. Woo. Okay, okay. Okay, we're not completely cooked. We're not completely cooked. Oh my god, we actually get a Haunting Echoes off. All right. Okay, this could mean a lot here. We actually get a Haunting Echoes off. Okay. So we're going to play this. Careful not to tap it for mana. This might not even end up mattering based on this board. It actually, I don't even think it will, in all fairness. Because they got all this energy off. They have lethal, so I need this to be lethal, which it won't be. We were just too late. I needed this to turn after. I needed this to turn before. I didn't find my land. I needed this to turn before. I might have been able to get like, there's like Static Prison, Guide of Souls. Like I would have been able to get a Static Prison, both these guides. It's tough. It's tough. All right. I mean, we were able to get it off, but it's the meme that will not work here. They have lethal on board. Do this. Hit me for 1. Blah, blah, blah. Unfortunate, but this is not a Haunting Echoes matchup anyway. We can drop a Sink. Play the Meathook. Actually, play the Sink as like a bounce spell. Ensnaring Bridge. Feed the cycle and Crypt Incursions. All right. What are we taking out here? Probably Tasha's as like a card that's just like eh. If I want to be under bridge, Visions isn't that great, and I think we just keep the rest. I don't know, they have the Static Prisons and stuff, they can win through it, so Ensnaring Bridge is never a card I want to bring in anyway. Just play the Visions, just play the damn Visions. Tasha's isn't that great. It does exile though. I have no hate for the Flage right now, which has to mean something. These aren't keepable hands. I need like a removal spell. Okay, this is better. We're just gonna like attack their mana base. That's it. We're just gonna abuse the living crap out of their mana base. Put that in the graveyard, please. Don't need to draw these bad magic cards. Okay. Okay, hopefully the first card they play is like a Ragavan or something. Yes. Hopefully they don't have another Ragavan. Please. We will cast this. We will shock this in. We shall Preordain. I do miss Preordain, I will say. Bottom both. Okay. And then pass right through. Okay, we can continue to just use cards like Feed the Cycle. Okay, let's do that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Grab ourselves an island. We got our 2 black anyway. I think next turn, we don't even want to play Crab. We just want to hold up Feed the Cycle as well as Drown. I think that's all we want to do. Just continue to attack their meta base. Okay. I mean, there's a card to Field of Ruin. Okay, Season Pyro. Easy peasy. Discard 2 cards. Draw 2. Okay. Seems good. Okay, coming out for 2. Okay, so we are going to definitely hit that. Hold on. Yeah, definitely. Well, if they play it with haste, hold on. If they play it with haste, they're tapped out anyway. And I have the Feed the Cycle. Okay, I have the Feed the Cycle, so it's not bad. I'm gonna grab a Swamp in case Blood Moon's in my near future. That way I always have access to black. Okay. All right, that's good. So that Plains is like the only one that basic Plains, unless they have another one in hand. Okay, Sacred Foundry. All right. Keeping them back on mana is going to be very important here. Fable is a card to counter for sure. That's a counter on a spell if I ever saw one. Okay, Meathook. I was gonna say Meathook's really good here. Let's do this. Let's just play them both and then pass. Okay, so they had another basic Plains in hand. Yup. Play them with haste. So we're not going to be countering much else. They are going to be able to kind of kill something here. Probably the Ruin Crab. I can block the 1/1. That's fine. Okay, target your thing. Yeah, we are going to cast with Forage. Bang, bang. And then we'll go 1, 2, and 3. So that should tap you out of that. Okay. Okay, so they'll come in for a swing. They'll hyper buff something. What do they hyper buff? The guide itself or what? Yep, guide itself. I'll block the 1/1, take 5. Go to my turn. Cephalid Coliseum taps you out, or I could Cephalid myself, which I think has value with things. So we're gonna cast this. Destroy this. I think that has value. Just to enable the threshold, I think is important. Just to enable the threshold. Okay, we're having to do everything to try and make this work. I would like to use the card and have it be game winning if possible. That would be fantastic, but let's see. Let's see where we even... Oh my god. That's so annoying. Okay. So they come in for... I don't even have Ensnaring Bridge. I'm going to say Ensnaring Bridge, my best draw. But I think... Here, if they attack for 3, I go to 5. They have lethal regardless. Oh my god. They have lethal regardless. They just go sack, sack, sack. This is so dumb. Yeah, I can't win this. I Cephalid myself, even if I... Okay, all right. That's like, check it out, folks. We do this. All right, we draw 3. Great, even better. Great, fantastic. Nothing. Let's go to game 4. Hey, yo, opponent knows. hey, much love. Good luck to you in that case. I'm rooting for your win. I'm rooting for it. All right, let's do it. Opponent's got good vibes coming into this. Okay, 1-landers with Preordain, I'm actually willing to mess with. I'm unironically actually willing to mess with it. All right, I'm actually willing to try it out. Good luck to you too. Opponent kept a 7. All right. Had some bad luck in recent games. Preordain. Bottom. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to have that on top, but we can't be picky with the lands we have. At least we have like Fatal Push into something. Okay, we're up against Frog. Probably. What if I'm up against the Mirror? Can you imagine? I think in this case we will Glimpse just to see what's going on. Oh no. Oh no. All right, fair enough. That's why they said I'm your biggest fan. I wasn't kidding. Oh no. I feel like every 3-4 leagues I'm playing against a Mirror, but all right. This could be one where Haunting Echoes is insane should it resolve. So Jace the Perfected Mind is gone. Chances are that is the only one. Chances are. Field of Ruin, sure. I got a Fatal Push for that. I got a Fatal Push in the near future for that. And a Preordain for my next spell. I would like to continue to draw lands, of course. Let's not what I'm looking for. Let's do this. Both of these are serviceable, actually. Let's go top. Let's Fatal Push this. I could have done this the other way, actually, but it's fine. I'm thinking if I get milled, I was thinking like if I get milled, I'd rather the basic swamp get milled. I would actually rather the basic swamp get milled. That was the thought process behind that. Instead of like just keeping out a crab. But Tasha's is chill. 12 cards. Relatively on rate. Okay. I will Tasha's you back. Haha, I shall Tasha's you back. Or I could do that. Seems much better. Let's take you off a blue source, which is important. Let's take you off a blue source. We both search now, so there is that. So that's kind of nice. We shall draw 3. I didn't take them off a blue source, which is important. But I can do this now. Okay, so no archive traps to punish me. That's a freebie right there. That's a freebie right there. Okay, we got another group of cards in the graveyard. I think I want to get off the Tasha's, so I have to be careful though. What's left in my deck? I have to be careful of the Field of Ruin. Should I activate it? Because if I don't, then I'd rather just like play Ruin Crab, play that. Hold on, I gotta be careful here. So I have one basic island. Is this gonna make a video? It is actually. If so, shout out to the Mill Discord. Shout out to the Mill Discord. Shout out to the Mill Discord. Okay, so Preordain. Sorry, just checking graveyard. So okay, we got there. Just want to see if I have a basic. So island, swamp. I should have one more basic. I'm not tripping. It's the same thing. It's just less risky if I do this, though. I don't have double black. Oh, the Haunting Echoes would be freaking amazing right now. It'd be so good. It'd be so good. I got punished. I'm getting punished for that, but that's okay. Or, yeah, no, let's do this. Let's do this. I might just be able to take them off of mana though, but regardless, this will probably just be net better. Let's do that. Okay, only 11 cards. Actually not that deep, but okay, fair enough. They might not have basics to fetch. I'm surprised they're not fetching in response to all of these triggers. Like fetching in response to the Ruin Crab trigger probably would have been correct because I didn't take out any fetchables, but I took out spells though. Took out spells. Do you want to thin the deck? Do you have lethal on your side? If it's like fractured, I'm fine, but let's see. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Glimpse, sure. Do you have another one? Double Glimpse is brutal. Yo, damn. Double Glimpse. Okay, I'm getting punished for not grabbing my swamp. Okay, all right. I don't think there's a way I win it regardless. Okay, yeah, there's no instant speed that I can do. Yeah, you have to go for the sure thing. No, 100% you do not, Tasha, there. Yeah, 100% you do not. So this is definitely going to be, so you take out the Tashas here, you take out the Crypt, you bring in 3 Surgicals. You could actually take out Murderous Cut and just replace it with Feed. You might actually just honestly replace that with like, it's almost just the Tasha's is better, but the sideboarding is going to be Clown Shoes. Well, hey, Surgicals and counter spells, that's all it is. Haunting Echoes, whew. If I was able to resolve a Haunting Echoes there, I think that would have been lights out based on like what was in their hand. Okay, that was me being dumb. That was me playing out this mirror really bad. But let's see. Oh man. Okay, let's see if I can't win this. I've been pretty good with my mirrors. I've been pretty good with my mirrors recently, so let's keep them up. Let's keep this. Yeah, let's keep this. We will start off on we'll just start off on the island. I don't need to play out Crab into a Fatal Push because they kept a 7 especially. We will play it out next turn here. Yeah, that's fine. So we will do it into your Crab here. So let's do this. Let's play this. Let's do this. What do we find here? Tasha, we find cards actually. I don't actually care about Tasha's too much. I'm not gonna lie. I care about the raw mill spells. Care about the raw mill spells. Yeah. Like Fractured is good. Let's hit this. And I will Surgical on their draw. If they Spell Pierce me, they Spell Pierce me. Otherwise, I might be able to force a Surgical to protect their thing. Ooh, good card, good card. Good card. Mill me. Oh, my Haunting Echoes. My secret weapon. My secret weapon. My actual secret weapon. Let's go to their draw. Let's take Fractured Sanity. Okay. Got some Ruined Crabs and stuff. They got a crab heavy hand, which is going to be very good for them. They don't have any way to reuse cards in graveyard, so that's fine. We can leave that in there. We'll just take out the 3 from deck. Let's see here. And they could mill me to enough in hand. So they play the Ruined Crab. You play that. They have a Surgical Extraction. They find Fractured. So now's a good time to actually use Surgical. Yeah. So taking the Archive Trap makes sense before you fetch. So you see the visions in hand. Using Field of Ruin here is actually pretty scary into 2 crabs, so we got to be careful. We just need more mill spells than them, and unfortunately they have a lot of good cards. If they so 4 cards enter exile. Yup. So they have Blood Chiefs here. Blood Chiefs is correct. You definitely look to Blood Chiefs here. You don't want me to continue to have value. So 3 cards into there. They Blood Chiefs. Yep, that is correct. So I'm at 22 cards in there now. So let's Visions. Surgical is pretty good. They have another Hedron Crab. Let's see. Let's see if I can race the crabs. Let's see if I can race lay crabs. If I do this and I take out now the Archive Traps from your deck, that's not bad. You can't cast, but you can cast Drown. So I don't want to give that opportunity up. Let's do this. I'm losing a fair amount of cards here. Should I? But Oh, it's the Ruin Crab. I clicked the wrong crab. If I wanted surgical, I would have hit the wrong crab anyway. All right. So that's a lot of their mill density gone. But it's still like a good race. I'm losing 12 cards here, which does mean something. The Flooded is gone. I am losing 12 cards here. Okay, that's that crab gone. You play the Undercity Sewers mystery card. It's not 12, it's 6 actually, so that's pretty good. Let's see here. I might be able to just turn this. Let's see. I might just be able to turn this. Let's go to combat. Let's go to, oh, nice, actually. But not right now. I actually can't. I actually have to try and close this out at this point. So we gotta cast spells. Gotta cast spells. All right, 17 to 18. They will likely break this mirror for me here. They have 2 crabs coming down. As long as they don't make land drops and I make land drops, that's what this is about. Okay, Blood Chief. Yeah, the removal to respect the crab is fair. You have Glimpse. Oh, that's brutal. That is brutal. 8 cards left. Okay. Field of Ruins are scary things. Doesn't look like I have any more Haunting Echoes either. Let's hit that. Let's do this. Let's see what's in my deck. We have a Swamp, which is okay, I guess. Like there's good cards in my deck. There's good cards in my deck. So let's just hope they don't find lands. That's all this is about. Oh, no. No. GG. GG. All right. GG. All right. I wasn't able to get off the Haunting Echoes at all. I'm hoping at least in this game 5 I can get off this Haunting Echoes. That'd be great. Game number 5. Let's see if I can get off a good Haunting Echoes. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. And there is an argument to be made about playing like a hard control style list, go full Preordains and everything. Like maybe I need to change up the deck list based on how this league goes. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, we're gonna be having a fun time, aren't we? This Tasha's Hideous Laughter is so good. It's so good. Starting to feel like Tasha's got to go side, but okay, Blood Crypt. Any land, by the way, on that Blood Crypt. Is that a Fatal Push? Is that a Thoughtseize? What are we doing here? White, Prismatic. Leyline Binding. I mean, fair enough. That too. Gotta respect the crabs and how far they can go. Gotta respect the crabs. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, we gotta find our 3rd land at least, and then we can get something going. Yup, run it like that. Getting a Flage in there. Yeah, useless magic card. Let's put that in the graveyard. That's gonna be 3 mana mill 4 cards. Okay, maybe not that bad. It's gonna be like 3 mana mill 6 or 7. 4 cards is like Eldrazi. 3 to 4 cards is Eldrazi. Okay. Got another removal spell? Sure. I'm game. Okay, I was gonna say, you definitely got another land. Okay, red for Ragavan. Sure. Go back to our turn. Yo, I gotta kill this thing. I can't risk like not drawing a land and then like they cast Flage and then I'm screwed. Yo, the 1/4 gang might live again. The 1/4 gang might just live again. Let's see. Okay, Flooded Strand. Sure. Okay. What are we paying the cost of? What's going on with our mana? What are we casting right now? Are we exerting it? We're exerted. Oh, okay. So we don't want to cast Flage next turn. Fair enough. We just want to draw a little bit. All right, so we're coming out with 5/5 haste. Probably draw discard. Yeah. What are we discarding? Come on, choose one. Choose one. Yep. Discard, draw. How do we drop that? Okay, just trying to be faster, I guess. Maybe. Misty's pretty chill. Okay, so eventually we need to draw good cards. So we're just going to do this. So the vision should help this coming turn. At least that's exerted. I will say at least that is exerted. Okay. Would have loved to drawn lands there on that last one, but oh well. Coming at me for 5 again. Seems like a pretty good clock. Pretty good clock. If I can draw a removal spell, that would be ideal. And them draw no more lands. Please, that would be great. Okay, I don't know why we're taking out Tasha's. The card that matters the least in this matchup. Literally one of the more useless cards in the matchup. Let's draw 3 cards. I like that. We're going to play this as a blocker. Hopefully we don't get flaged. That's all I can hope for. That is all I can hope for. We are going to draw 3 more, because why not? We're living on the edge. I'm on the edge of glory. Let's destroy this now. Fatal push this now. Please, just don't have it. Just don't have. Just give me something here. Give me a break here, please. I've been trying. I've been trying here. I've been trying. Will it work? Opponent, will it work? Will it work? Opponent, okay. Okay, we just have like baseline flage, kill Ruin Crab. I'm chill with that. I'm chill with that. Okay, I'm chill with that. We can make that work. All right, not bad. Okay, so I think we have... lethal here. Am I dumb? I think I am. 6, 12 takes me to 13. No, I have lethal here. Okay. All right, we were able to get lucky. We were able to steal the game 1. We were able to steal the game 1, folks. Oh my God. When I tell you, we were able to get there. Now the key here is as long as they don't have, so I shouldn't get too hasty here. As long as they don't have the tribal flames in hand, that's all that matters. Just do not have the tribal flames in hand, because I have to tap out mana to get there. As long as you do not have the tribal flames in hand, as long as you do not have it in hand. If you have the tribal flames in hand, I'm mad. I'm mad if you have the flames in hand. Okay. Woo. Okay. All right. We're fine. We're fine. Did they have it in hand or did they mess up? Bolt. I think they had it in hand and I think they messed up. Hold on. I think they had it in hand and they messed up. Wait, what? Wait, they definitely had like 2 tribal flames in hand, right? Or does this deck not play playset anymore? Hold on. Does this deck not play a playset of flames anymore? Oh, interesting. Okay, so some decks are actually playing like 2. Oh, word? Interesting. Okay. You can tell it's been a minute since I played this deck. You can tell it's been a minute. Okay, so regardless, this is not a Haunting Echoes matchup. So we got to get our meme off, and that's really about it. So Crypt Incursion, Feed the Cycle. Tasha's is an absolute no-go. Meathook Massacre is just not enough. I could see myself taking out Visions and playing 3 Surgical just for the Flage. And like, I don't know, run it like that. We're not getting to no late game. I can get an late game. I'm gonna play one Haunting Echoes, folks. For the meme that we might be able to get it off, I'm gonna play one Haunting Echoes. Okay, it's in our opening hand, completely uncastable. If these were 3 lands, it's actually okay, 1, 2, 3. Transform those into lands, and this is such an insane hand. It's actually like fast enough to compete against a deck like Zoo. It's actually fast enough to compete. So we're gonna mulligan this hand. We've actually been losing in quick fashion. We're gonna keep this. I'm gonna be honest, probably draw Murderous Cut. Kind of don't want to risk losing all my lands here. So no leyline off the rip is actually really important. Means the Scion of Draco isn't just some insane magic card, which is good. Let's do this. Should we get to the end? I guess. Let's put the Drown under there. And then one goes Thundering Falls. Keeps on top. Ooh, that's scary. Lush Portico. No fetches, I guess, to find our pieces. Leyline Binding. Not a card they want to use right now. Good, good, good. We're gonna Misty and pass. We need a black source for sure. And we're gonna try and Fracture, take out Flage, vibe from there. What do you got? What do you got from here? Are you gonna hold up Counterspell? Looks like we're holding up Counter Magic, which is a scary thing. So I'm not gonna throw out the Fractured Sanity. I think I just wanna continue to hold up interaction. Undercity Sewers. This deck be playing what? Yeah, okay, stuffing things. This says stuffing things, truly. Mystical Disputes is a thing, which is kind of sad. We're gonna put that on top. I think if we can surgical out a critical mass of threats, then that has to mean something. You just keep like a answer heavy hand or something. What are we doing? What are we doing? What? Double Arena of Glory. Don't piss me off. Sure. Okay. Okay, we will pay 1 black for that. We will pay 1 black for that. Stubby D only goes so far here. Mystical Dispute is not a magic card. You have the Stubby D, okay. And the Leyline Binding. Okay, good to know, good to know. So we will do that, and we will take out very interactive heavy hand. Okay, let's do that. Okay, now we can pretty fairly just do, okay, so what do we have in hand? We have a Bloodstained Mire coming up, so we can do this. We can do this, and then I think it's just going to be about like taking out their threats, which is important. Consign, Ragavan. Okay, so we're going to take out the Scion, because we can Ragavan the rest. We're going to take out the Scion of Draco. Just take out like relevant threats. That's what this is about. Yep. Take out relevant threats that are actually like pretty cheap. At this point, Territorial Kavu. So 3 Territorial Kavus, 1 Ragavan. Lightning Bolts, Tribal Flame. So I still have my work cut out for me, but I'm taking out some of the more annoying threats. Okay. Hopefully next turn, no threat from there. Oh, there was a Kavu in there. Oh, I'm dumb. Because I actually didn't see the second Scion. I would have just hit Kavu. Because Kavu helps them like draw through. Sounds just a big annoying threat. But also like if they play the Leyline, if they get the Leyline down, then just mad annoying, the Scion. Hopefully they draw like absolutely nothing. I wonder if they just go for it here in hard cast thing. Like you have red, blue, I don't even know. No fetch on them. Sounds good. Still 28 cards left. Crypt Incursion is pretty damn sweet. I can hold off on that. No fetch on the opponent here. Interesting. Interesting. Yo, the draw goes on the fact that we're drawing no threats, or they are drawing no threats. 27. Go back to our turn. It's not actually the draws I want. There are some amount of creatures in the yard which are important here. They're not fetching. They're not fetching. They're correctly estimating that there are at least one. There's at least one copy of a. There's at least one copy of a spell. I'm gonna play the Rune Crab. Hot take. If this attracts a removal spell, win. Like a lightning bolt. If this attracts a lightning bolt, that's a win. It's actually a massive win. Okay, they were smart. They used the ley line. That's fine. That's fine. That just gets a spell out of their hand. Sure. The thing is, it's psychological. It's psychological. They might get stir crazy, you know? They might get stir crazy. Counter it. Definitely counter it. Yep. I mean, Tribal Flames are a sorcery, right? So it's going to be important for you to get that off on your turn. Fortunately, we are just not drawing what we need right now. Oboro helps some way. Allows me to trigger thing if I need it, Revolt, but based on the rest of the threats, I'm not really going to need that. Okay, I mean, I'm down with playing this Drago game. You don't want to throw an Archive Trap into a actively known Stubborn Denial. Let's do this. Bounce this to our hand. Do you have another removal spell for this? That's really the question. Let's play this. Okay, so that helps when it comes to our Shelldock Isle now. You have another one? Oh my god. All right. Okay, so regardless of what this is, they still mill 3. They draw to 20, and now I have a counterspell available to me, which is important. Okay. I was hoping they wouldn't have another one, but let's see here. Go through our turn. They're not playing the Leyline Binding. Bunch of empty cards, bunch of random cards in hand. I love me a Preordain here. Just for a little selection. Crypt Incursion. Those are actually both bad cards. I just need one. Fractured Sanity. Okay. Okay, maybe next turn. Maybe next turn. Oh, do I fire it off now? Do I fire that off? No, I think I might just cycle the Fractured Sanity. I think I might just cycle the Fractured Sanity on their end step and just continue to hold up removal. Fortunately, I don't have like another black source, so I'm just hitting like one spell at a time type of thing. Yeah, this is a good time to use this. This is a good time. This is a good time to use this. Yep. Counter that, baby. Counter that, baby. So that's both Tribal Flames gone, which is important. So now you just have, you have 4 lightning bolts, which is a problem. 4 lightning bolts is not lethal right now, but when combined with a bunch of creatures, it can be. So I'm going to continue to pass. I feel like I'm in the controlling seat here and I don't need to rip anything. Like I'm not even threatening lethal by casting the Fractured Sanity, so why bother? Okay. So that'll hard counter this. So lose that mana, unless you want to cast something else. Unless you want to cast something else, you gotta fetch for it. In which case, yeah, if you want to hit this, you gotta fetch for it. In which case, my archive trap is game ending. You gotta fetch for it. In which case, I actually might just have lethal, but it depends on what they pick. Depends on the mode they pick. Maybe I should have shocked this sucker in, but if I shock it in, I then introduce the fact that lightning bolt is lethal. So that's the scary thing. Okay, steam vents. Okay, let me go archive trap. You have 4 cards. Okay. So 2 lightning bolts are gone, which is big. You have 1 in hand taking me down to 11. You have 4 damage on board. What mode are we picking? Because then I have lethal here, depending on the mode. Exile, that makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna do this. And we're just gonna shut the game out here. All right, 2 and 3 in this league. And we did it without, I mean, we cast the damn spell, but like, you know, it didn't really matter. It didn't really matter. So you have 2 bolts in hand. You have 2 bolts in hand. You shouldn't have another Tribal Flames. All right, 2 and 3 in this league. Unfortunately, we weren't able to really get there with our card of the week, I should say, the Haunting Echoes. Let me know if you want to see me go at it maybe a different way. I was thinking, again, I kind of mentioned there in one of those games where maybe we do play Preordains, more glimpses, actually play a surgical package in the main, and then maybe focus on Haunting Echoes less. Like maybe we only play 2 and actually just go up on surgical. So we go for Preordain, drop one of the Haunting Echoes, maybe drop like a Murderous Cut, Tasha's, whatever, right? Like just play like less of this stuff and maybe have a more succinct plan instead of just mashing 3 Haunting Echoes and hoping. Again, there were situations where the Haunting Echoes would have been amazing. I would have loved to get it off, but you can't always have it. So GG's there. And always there are times where we could have played it a little bit better, but I feel like we had a good showing of Mill in general.